with ADEX expected to reach rupees 1,46,450 crore rupees in India in 2023. What's the outlook for the largest advertising holding company in the country? What will be their talent strategy going forward, and what's happening at WPP Stream this year? We're catching up with CVL Srinivas to find out more. CVL Srinivas, welcome to CNBC TV18.
Thank you, Shubhani. Always a pleasure to be on your show.
So, at the start of the year, many of these global leaders have given a very optimistic, positive outlook for India. As the leader of the largest agency holding group in the country, what is, your mandate, or what is your outline to, your agencies within WPP?
Well, firstly, I think it's fantastic to be sitting in a country where we're pretty much, I would say, the only bright spot, perhaps, one of the few bright spots as far as the global economy is concerned. I mean, firstly, look at our GDP, numbers are saying we'll be around 6.5 or thereabouts versus a global average of 2.9. You look at the ad spend, TYNY numbers that Group M put out a couple of days ago, 15.5%. is what we're expecting,
yes.
Against a global average of some 4.6%.
Yeah.
So any of these parameters you look at, we are probably a standout country in that sense, with decent double-digit ad spend growth. But having said that, I think it's going to be a bit challenging in the near term. When I say that, probably the first 1 and maybe 2 quarters of this calendar year. Because we saw some sluggishness set in towards the end of last year, which is still kind of continuing. But we're just hopeful that things will really pick up towards the middle of this year, and we will end up with that double-digit kind of a growth.
And how does the new business pipeline look like for this year?
India being a growing economy and a lot of newer companies coming into the fray makes it interesting for us to look at expanding the basket in that sense. And also, we also saw from the TYNY studies and some of the other studies, the kind of so-called long tail or the retail advertisers that are coming in, and the fact that e-commerce is throwing up opportunities for lots of brands to kind of come into the market. It's almost kind of democratizing that space. That makes it very, very interesting in terms of the way the pipeline is shaping up. So it's not like in the past where you had the traditional sectors where you'd kind of go after a few kind of chosen brands or clients, but it's just a massive volume that is there in front of you.
And what is going to be the talent strategy in the days to come?
The profiles of people that we're hiring has changed over the last few years. A lot of people with more kind of tech backgrounds who are certified to work on the various digital platforms and e-com platforms. We're looking at folks with strong data and analytics skill sets to complement, of course, the talent that we have in the more traditional spaces. And as far as the talent strategy is concerned, obviously the one side of it is to do with, how do we get more efficient in terms of our hiring, and how do we ensure that we have the right policies, and, we just make the experience a lot better for our folks. But on the other hand, equally important is the culture building aspect. Which is where, we have kind of introduced several programs in this market. For example, we run the world's largest women's mentoring program anywhere within WPP in India, called Stella. We have close to 150 women leaders being mentored at any point in time. We also have a community called Unite that we set up for the LGBTQ plus community. And a couple of years ago, we created the People Forum, which actually has representation across different levels of the organization and all our agencies to be some kind of a sounding board for the senior management when it comes to, what more we could do to make lives and careers of our people more interesting.
Okay, and finally, Stream is happening. What is exciting at this year's WPP Stream?
Stream is back with a bang this year after a 3-year hiatus. It's called the Unconference, and it's probably the coolest unconference one can go to. It's obviously a by invite only event. So it's an event which is run across 2 days, and we do it in Jaipur. We're expecting between 250 to 300 participants, roughly split equally amongst clients, our own colleagues from WPP agencies, and folks from the industry.
So who will be coming to stream this year?
And we have quite a few interesting, folks from the industry, personalities cutting across cinema, art, music, startups. If you come into stream, firstly, you're expected to not just be a participant, but to contribute. For example, you could either host a discussion, or you could conduct a workshop, or you could be part of the stream band if you're into music, or you could be part of stream theater this year if you're into acting, or you could be part of the stream cookout if you're into cooking. So there are various activities that happen, and people then volunteer to become part of any of these groups. And over the next 2 days, you then kind of just go with the flow and do your discussions, do your cookouts, and do everything else. And the best part is you just get to meet a lot of interesting people. In fact, it's quite carefully curated because we want to ensure that every year we have at least 60% to 70% coming to stream for the first time, to kind of keep it fresh and to keep the conversations fresh. Which is why actually some of us who run stream are not so popular, because we have to turn down a lot of requests. But yeah, so that's part of the fun. So just meeting a lot of interesting people.
So exciting next few weeks for you. Thank you so much, Srini. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you. Thanks, Shivani.